Addendum. I personally filed my maximum conviction appeal brief in 1961 with the chief clerk in the U.S. Supreme Court, Washington, D.C. The chief clerk, he knew me. He sneeringly grabbed my thick, strong, homemade appeal brief, and he attempted to rip it up. In desperation, the chief clerk of the U.S. Supreme Court ripped off the cover of my appeal brief. Miraculously, I stopped him without a deadly scene to me. Then, filing my ripped appeal brief, the felon, another co-conspirator with the 9 hangman rope gangster judges, the chief clerk, in cowardly fear, in staccato speech and gesticulation, he confessed to me, Mr. Deck, everyone is in on this one against you, even the Attorney General, namely Bobby Kennedy, younger than his very young brother Jack Kennedy, Kennedy then president. The Kennedy Playboys, little gay Bobby, was a felon, lowest, chicanerous, untouchable, parroting puppet gangster against the worse than defenseless Mr. Francis E. Deck Esquire. I get the feeling that Francis was ahead of the Kennedy craze, mainly because he wants to assign a lot of things to the Kennedys, and he has the entire Chappaquiddick thing with Ted Kennedy, the Ted Kennedy letter, and I like to think it's unintentional use of framing by Francis E. Deck. He's walking into this lawyer's office, everything is sanitized, there's nice filing cabinets everywhere, diplomas on the back wall. He likes to boost himself while degrading his enemies, and I appreciate that because he says, I have a nice homemade appeal brief. And then the chief clerk of the U.S. Supreme Court ripped off the cover and he tried to destroy it because he knew Francis E. Deck and he knew what stupid nonsense he was going to try and do. And he didn't want to show him the respect that he deserved as a lawyer. Then he filed the appeal brief anyway. I like to think that it was like his mistake, but he connecting the dots in the wrong way. It has to be the conspiracy. Or the chief clerk made a mistake and like ripped it on a filing cabinet or something. Making all the wrong connections, but he has like a concrete understanding of what's going on. I feel the next Francis E. Deck video is going to be massive. It's going to be me going into a rant and then in all of the legal work the best I can. He specifically says, oh, Bobby Kennedy's going after me. Well, luckily Bobby Kennedy won't be going after him for very long because if you write this in 1976, he's got like, what, 9 years of Bobby Kennedy persecution. Anyway, let's finish up the